Hello and welcome. I'm your host Faizan Ali, and in today's special episode, we will be talking about another sensitive topic in which we will explore the cultural significance of cats in Turkish society. Amidst the recent controversy about a man killing a cat. Imagine a society where the brutal killing of a cat sparks outrage akin to a human tragedy. Well, that's the reality in Turkey. Recently, Ibrahim K was sentenced to just 1 year in prison for the vicious killing of a stray cat, and in front of a courtyard no less. The initial justification, citing kilograms remorse and lack of prior offenses, sparked widespread outrage with over 200 social media posts condemning the verdict and prompting protests and petitions for a retrial. The lawyer Merv Poyraz Ozan, who filed complaints against Kilogan, stated, when considering the defendant's intention to kill Eros, he should be punished to the fullest extent of the law. The Ford Heavy Penal Code in Küçük Mace, I'm sorry about my Turkish, swiftly intervened following public outcry, overturning the decision and paving the way for the retrial. Justice Minister Yilmaz Tunç announced in a social media post that the case against Kiloglan will be retried. The Heavy Penal Code has overturned the decision upon the appeal made by the prosecutor's office. The case will be retried by the court, Tunç said, emphasizing that the right to life of every living being is sacred of animals, to stand against the mistreatment of all animals. This article was published by Hürriyet Daily News, and there are plenty of other news outlets who have published the same news. The streets of Istanbul are filled with anger, and rightly so. This may be an isolated incident, but it shares symptoms of deeper issues, a lack of respect for animals. But why cats? What makes them so special in Turkish culture? Cats hold a revered place in Turkish society. They're not just pets, they're guardians of the streets, symbols of good luck, and even spiritual beings in some folklores. It's said that Prophet Muhammad had a special fondness for cats, and his compassion towards them sets a precedent for Muslims to treat these creatures with kindness and care. Yet, despite this cultural reverence, we see cases like Ibrahim's, where cats or any animal are treated with utter disregard. Even though it is reported that Ibrahim feels regretful about his actions, but what made me curious about this case is that in a lot of other countries, it would not be a big deal. Like how in Turkey, people protest against it aggressively. In many countries, people would just feel sad about it and say it's just a cat. The recent outcry over this lenient sentence in Ibrahim's case has prompted a rehearing, a glimmer of hope. Perhaps the justice will be prevailing, but it's not just about punishing the perpetrators. It's about fostering a culture of respect and empathy towards all living beings, whether they walk on 2 legs or 4 legs. Let's acknowledge the importance of animals in our society, not just as commodities or nuance, but as sentient beings deserving of our love and protection. Let's channel the outrage we feel towards cases like Ibrahim's into meaningful action, advocating for stricter animal welfare laws and promoting culture of compassion. In the end, the treatment of cats in Turkish society is a reflection of our value as civilization. Let's strive to be a better society that cherishes life in all its forms, where even the smallest creatures are treated with dignity and respect. Thank you for listening. Until next time, stay compassionate and never be afraid to challenge the status quo. Thank you.
Yine mi kavga ediyorsun sen? Yine mi kavga ediyorsun lan?
Hadi görüşürüz abla.
Yine mi kavga ediyorsun sen ya? He? Ya benim senden çektiğim nedir oğlum? Gel. Gel bırak gel hadi gel. Ya sürekli kavga ediyor kirli gel ya. Gel. Gel Allah aşkına gel kirli gel. Buyur. Ne istiyorsun? Sana konserve açayım gel. Gel bırak gel. Gel. Gel.